This is DJ Mixolydian. Danny Avens here for KZSC Santa Cruz. We're here with the great Sir Froderick, owner and proprietor of Five Space and Rare Breed Records, and one of the best beat makers out there right now. Frody,
Man,
how you doing, man? What are you up to these days? What you doing?
uh, working, man. That's it. Just working every day, working,
Yeah,
working. Yeah, we have Five Space, filling orders and just doing inventory, man. Just working.
This Five Space, are you guys back in person at all, or still just orders only?
We're appointments only. So pretty much, I have it all set. Where people just go online, be able to set down something when they want to try to come in, and I give them a personal private shop, and it's a good
Yeah,
experience.
I've looked through the catalog. It's hefty, man. You guys have some great stuff. Um,
Man, I feel like I don't have enough, man.
Man, you got like the pages list goes on for like nearly like thousands of pages, you know? You're scrolling through the records and
Am I
tapes.
overdoing it? Am I overdoing it?
No, man, keep doing it. Just build and build. I love it. So for those who don't know, Sir Froderick, the beat maker, is also the owner of Five Space Records in San Diego. I kind of want to ask you to start off. I read that you and your wife would travel to flea markets and kind of
Yeah,
collect vintage items, keep that 90s hip hop, like golden era aesthetic
right
kind
on.
of alive. So is
Yeah,
that kind of that's the main goal with Five Space, right? To keep that hip hop culture alive.
yes, and I mean, it's pretty much what we're passionate about and what we love, and what really what we search for when we're out there. So, stuff that we want, but we're kind enough to not hold on to it. Some of it we do, but yeah, we're kind enough to put it out there for other people who would really want it. They can be able to purchase it at Five Space.
Right.
So yeah, so yeah, pretty much we're digging from the heart,
Mhm.
which happens to be 90s nostalgia or just whatever looks fucking cool.
Yeah, totally. Absolutely. Is there how do you like decide if when you're digging if it's something that's going to go to Five Space or something maybe you're going to keep to use in your own production? Does that is
I,
that
I I full intently I try to make it always for the store, but deep down inside, I want it.
yeah,
It's
you
just
want it all, right? I love it.
I straight up want all of that shit.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Who wouldn't? So when you're digging, I've always been curious about this. What's the first section that you usually go into if you're going into like a more traditional record store rather than a flea market?
I, always the hip hop section.
Always
Always.
hip hop section.
Always the hip hop section. And you know what? To be honest with you, the birth of this store or the idea was the shop was every time I went digging at other stores, man, their hip hop selection was always the tiniest.
Yeah,
So yeah, I just wanted to be able to have a space that had, a little bit, we have more to offer.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm trying to fill that void.
And is Five Space? Are you guys selling like just hip hop vinyl and tapes, or also like soul and jazz and sample
Yeah, I
stuff?
mean, yeah, it goes back and forth. It's all in the context of the hip hop culture. So potentially you will find a hip hop record, and then you will find stuff that they sampled from in
Right.
the store. Some used ones or reissues, all that good stuff. Man. If what I mean, if it's funky, it's here, yo.
Yeah, absolutely. I love to hear that. Well, speaking of your music, let's get into that. I definitely want to know about like, man, you seem so humble. I like it's so cool to talk to you. You're like one of the
Man,
hottest.
fuck Beats, man. Beats is whack, yo.
Beats is whack, really?
Nah, I'm not playing. I'm playing. I'm playing.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I,
for real,
I I mean, to some extent, but I love your stuff, man. I bump it every day in my car. Your like
man.
your sense of rhythm, your sense of
Uh,
rhythm, like has hit me like different than most
man,
art. I
yeah, that's dope because half of the stuff I make, I always think like just like Madlib, I'm always thinking forward. So I'm always humbled and also always taken back when people say they vibe with that shit. And I'm
Oh,
just like,
so hard. No, I'm telling you, like that's why I'm so happy you said yes to this conversation, because I want to talk about that rhythm. Like, what kind of music were you listening to growing up? Like, what influenced that, like that natural
oh
feeling you
man,
have?
a lot of Nat King Cole, a lot of
Nice.
John Lucien,
Nice.
Earth, Wind, and Fire. And like I said, funkadelic, anything. If it was funky, it was in the house. It was playing. And
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up around two influences. My father and my brother. They were both DJs, so there's always just records, always around me, all the time. Records, tapes. What have you. So I had it at arm's length to like pick up, remembering album covers, the art, which always influenced me. And then I always like, I'm gonna have this record. This record's gonna be mine.
Yeah.
And have an opportunity to, if I got away with it, I'll put the record on and get to play it. Until eventually my dad was like, you gotta get your own record player. And as I've been like catching up with him, he always told me when I was younger, he always take me out digging, and I vaguely remember, but he always let me buy one record. So I do remember my record collection, but I couldn't remember always being dragged out to record stores to cop. But yeah.
Yeah.
So
Do you
it
remember?
was always, like I said, always around me. It was always around me.
Oh yeah, always around from the get-go. Yeah, I did read that you had some DJs in the family. So do you remember like the first record you bought, or the first record that really grabbed you? That was like, whoa.
Oh hell yeah. Great Adventures of Slick Rick. I bought that on vinyl.
That's a great one.
only to be taken away from me when it got to Adult Story.
That's an awesome one to start out with, though. I love it. So you were digging with your dad, like kind of occasionally. When did you first like get your first MPC or first sampler of any kind, start making your own beats?
Well, to be honest with you, I couldn't afford an MPC when I first started getting into beats. I actually had a homie in high school that had one, as well as an ASR, I think 10. And I used to watch them just make beats, and same old thing. I mean, I got to get one of those motherfuckers. And so way later, my first taste of a beat machine, I got the Zoom ST224, which is like a little Japanese bootleg, MPC. Shit was super dope, man. You could do mad shit with it, and then eventually my brother, went out of his way and he bought me my first MPC 2000 XL, as a gift. And after that, I flew.
That was the limit.
Took it everywhere with me. But it's like it's a love-hate relationship with those damn things, because I swear I've been through so many of them, man. Because I burn them, I'll throw them against a wall,
Yeah, no, I totally. I mean, I'm trying the 1000 right now. It's just, I didn't want to get into gear because, I know that some people are more hesitant to, and I know you like to keep that process, a little under wraps. But I did read that you go, at the time of an interview, you said you went, from turntable or field recording straight to the MP to tape recorder to computer. Is your process still looking like that? Or are you changing it up a lot? Or
man, these days, man, I've been so busy with just 5-space stuff. When I do have a chance to get down and just get funky with it, I go just the normal MPC 2500 with the raw table, with sitting on top of a dual deck tape deck. You know what I mean? Everything is still raw into the damn tape. You know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah.
I just got tapes. I just make tapes of shit and just put them in a bag, put them in a case, and I'm just like, all right, until I fill up any of them, and then eventually maybe one day I'll go back and listen to them shits and either love it or hate it. I don't know. We'll see.
So it's Heartaches and like all your solo stuff, is that like, maybe like a few tapes that you kind of, track down the best?
No, those were all like when I do recording sessions, man, sometimes they're all in one run. They're all in one run. Yeah, seriously. And just I'll record everything, and if it all sounds bumping, I dump it live just like that.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But if not, then some of them are concepts, and if they're like collabos or other people that were involved, then I'll pull from a bag of like I said, a bag of treats, and then make an album that something that sounds like a full concept of an album.
Yeah.
But my majority of my material, they're all just freaky one take runs of how many beats I made in that one sitting of a session.
And what fires you up to like get to that session is like, real life, just something inspires you to get down and get
Yeah,
funky.
just to get down. Yeah,
Yeah.
really just having the time, having time. What I'm learning, just
Yeah.
having time. It takes time
Yeah.
to craft, and if you're a perfectionist, or it takes time to make sure you get it to where you feel safe to reveal it to the masses.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, how do you balance that, with five space, rare breed, and your own music? Like, how do you find the time to do that?
Having a family and having a
Yeah.
business, and it's tough. And I mean, I have a little one, a 3-year-old turning 4, and especially when I'm trying to make tunes in front of her, it's either love or hate, because it's like, please let me just do me,
Yeah.
or like, yo, let me show you how it's done, and then I'll show her. The next thing you know, she's like trying to trip me out, like, yo, let's make something, and I'm like, I don't want to make any beats right now, and fuck beats, and, and she'd be like, nah, like, it's crazy. Like, I got an iPad, and I put this little drum pad app on her phone, and I
Yeah.
swear, once in a while, she'll walk up to me, yo, dad, check my rhythm. And
How's
I'd be
my
like, damn, save that. I'll push the save button, like, good job, baby, good job. And then I'll put it in the bank, like, yo, we're going to make something soon.
you got your thing on the MP pads yet, or still
You know
just?
what I mean? I
Yeah.
mean, I got trust. It's all there. I'm just, I'm waiting for the right moment to make sure I have her full attention when she's ready to learn. But other than that, yeah, fuck me. Yeah.
So many listeners gonna be like, man, fuck beats. Like, I want to hear more. Man, like, where the beats at? Oh man,
Yeah.
well, you mentioned the collabs. Your list of collabs is especially like crazy. I mean, you've got with Knowledge, Obliv, Mind
Yeah.
Design, DJ Harrison. You got a lot of crazy
Man,
collabs.
they're all fam, man. They're all fam. We were,
The all
yeah,
fam. Yeah,
yeah, all fam, man. There's all
yeah,
people who I've been there since day one type of shit. So yeah.
yeah. How did
Honored and humbled to have those opportunities to lab up with them.
how did those come about? Is it all like kind of different situations, just meeting them through shows?
No, man, Philly days. That's it. Just when I lived in Philly, man, I had this store called Rare Breed, and people come through all the time. I'd
Mhm.
be up up in my place. I was that dude that stuck their head out the window like, yo, and they'd be like, yo, throw the keys down, throw the keys down, and then that was it. The days, whatever's gonna happen that day.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I knew that you went from London to Boston to Philly, maybe, am I right? What's the trajectory here for Project?
The mystery will
It's the
always be
mystery of Project,
I
man.
mean, people said I come from Wichita, you know what I mean? I'm being from Nebraska.
Only on records and beer.
I could be I'm from anywhere, man. Yeah, I just come from the deep dungeons that, you know what I mean? And then I grew, this is fun. This is not even me, I'm just a stand-in,
A figment of Froderick. So any more collabs in the future coming, you think? Or is that on hold for a little bit? Or
No, man, I told you I'm in the dungeons with this shit. I
yeah,
try to reach out. I reach out to all my friends as just reaching out to say hello,
yeah,
and if anything ever comes into fruition when I'm brave enough, like, oh, hey guys, I made some beats, listen to them. Maybe you can embellish, but I don't know. It's very rare when I share, what
yeah,
I've been sitting on, because the stuff I hear out there today is just like, holy shit, So yeah.
yeah, yeah. What kind of stuff are you listening to these days? Like that's up and coming right now that you're like, that's really
Oh
good in your ear.
God, I don't know. Being in a record store, I only can talk like business wise, and I feel like that's not like
Yeah,
not wholeheartedly. But no, man, I'm a traditionalist, man. I still listen to all the old school boom bap shit, man. I can't.
oh,
All Queens rap shit, Brooklyn's rap, man. Fuck anybody that what I mean, J. Rue, all them cat, man.
yeah,
Gangstar, all that shit.
yeah,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm I'm stuck in that fucking. I'm stuck in that era. I can't help it.
That's all right. No, a lot of us are. It's a super good thing. You're stuck in, man.
But I mean, I'm trying to think, man. If any of the new school, no, I can't. Yeah, man. I'm listening though. I'm out there
Yeah,
listening. Hey, all right. If I do have to plug, if I do have to plug everybody that's been trying to work with me up on the rare breed label. So I
Mhm.
say those cats are the new school cats, the Lux Wave. I'll shout out Lux Wave.
Yeah, yeah. I saw you guys have Marcus Slatton and Lux Waves on
Yeah,
the
Marcus
feed.
Platt, yeah, both of
Yeah,
them
yeah,
cats. I give them a big up. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Big
yeah.
up. No, their beats definitely bumping. I love it. Anyone? So do you just get like a ton of demos for Rare Breed, or is
Yeah,
it
to be honest with you, that shit is like, it's like crickets, man.
really? No way.
Yeah, man. I mean, people reach out, but I feel like I'm a one man army. I don't have like a team of cats like to be able to pull from all different angles. So I'm kind of like a dinosaur. So when people do send me some stuff, I'm really like slow to getting to listen to all of it. So
Yeah.
it gets lost in the cracks unless something that makes me like bust a nut immediately, then I'll reach out. So to bring that up, actually, that I got to shout out Big Groove. So that's something on the come up for Rare Breed. So yeah, Big Groove out of Texas.
Big
That's
group.
yeah. That's the one. Yeah.
All
That's
right,
the one.
we'll all be listening for Big Groove out of Texas coming up on
Yeah,
Rare Breed Records.
yes,
Potential.
yes, yeah.